Good morning. It's 2:30. I've been up since 1. I have put my wires on my hoop and we're going to do the last one together, and I've also worked on something special for this tree. So before we get started, this is a 4-inch hoop and I have 12 wires. It's a 22 gauge wire and they are exactly 17 inches long. Okay, I've gone ahead and I have slip knot 11. Excuse me, guys. And I'm going to try and sit down this video because I'm broken. But anyway, there's 11. And the 12th one, if you... I am not starting this over. Sorry. If you've seen any of my videos, you know how I do it. You don't have to slip knot. You can put a regular, just put it through your hoop, one on top, one on bottom, and twist. I like to do it this way. Just my preference. So today's tree I'd like to be, well, as I promised, it will be with just seed beads. I have made short videos on how and where to get them. I don't know how to link yet. I'm working on it. But I want you to see that if you decide to try a tree, you don't have to get all fancy and invest a lot of money. So my first tree, why is that so long? I don't know. Oh, I'll tell you why. I'm sorry, guys. I have to cut this off because that is to lace. That's not 22 gauge. This is 24. We can still use it. Just not on this. We'll use it on a bracelet. But anyway, so I did link where I have gotten these seed beads. As most of you know, I like crystals and I like stones. But I'm learning to love seed beads. So, with that in mind, I did post where I got them, and it was for the bracelet hoop. I think it's like $8, and there's a whole bunch of them. It comes in a container this size, full. And it goes a long way. So if you want to try your craft for the first time, you don't need to make a big investment. All right, let's do this the right way now because I don't edit, because I don't know how. But that's okay. You guys are very forgiving, and I think I show you how to do a lot of stuff. So let's get this party started. I want this tree to be elegant. Now, how do we make an elegant tree with seed beads? I've done it with crystals, so I can do it with seed beads. So we're going to take these 12 wires and separate them into 6 and 6. This is the way I almost always do it. So this is my go-to tree. Okay, I just want to make sure I have 6 and 6. I do. So I like using the 12 wires. I forget easy, you know, and I just like the way it looks. So, you know, my girl sticks to what she knows. I do venture out, though, as you know. So we're just going to twist out our trunk. Like this. I'm just going to stand up, make sure you can see me. This is the new thing, guys. I'm tired of standing. I don't mind, but, you know, just, it's been rough a little bit. So I just want to relax and enjoy myself with you. I don't know if I want to put another one. This is where you determine how long you would like for your trunk to be, because you want to keep in mind that you're going to twist out branches and you want to leave enough room. So I'm thinking with this size root, I don't know if I want to go one. I'm not going to go one more. Instead, what I'm going to do, you don't need to have these. These are like silicone pliers. I like them. I like them for a lot of reasons, and if you're new here, I'll show you why. So what I like to do with this is just put it on it and not squeeze, but gently, ever so gently, just turn your tree in between these two, and it will take out any imperfections like twist marks. I really like this tool a lot. Get it on Amazon. If you would like me to post it, just say so, and I'll do it the same way I've done everything else. I do it with the photo. I don't know if you link stuff, if you get a discount. I don't know. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking to make you happy and successful. And I want you to like my video. So, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. So after we do this, real simple, guys. For anyone that's never made a tree before, this is how I do it. And I'm going to share everything with you, even my mistakes. And I'm going to have some coffee. Sorry. Just seems like since surgery I'm more thirsty. So we're going to take 4 wires from both the left and 4 from the right, like this. And this will be our first of 3 main branches. Now what I like to do is I like to use my thumb, support your work, and you're going to put a twist. That's a half a twist. We want a full twist. So there you go. Just one. Nice and tight. And we're going to do the same thing on the left and right. I do this because it is easier for me to count 4 on one side and 4 for the middle because it's already split in half. So then I can count 4 on the left and right and know if I made a mistake. Sometimes I do that. Okay, we have 4 and 4. I'm going to do the same thing. Even still, you still have to support your work. That's only a half a twist. You're going to go all the way around until you have a full twist, just like that. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And I think I'm going to be playing Jack in the Box. Keep getting up and making sure that you can see my hands. I know right here you can. I'm working on it. I've had so many contraptions. What do you call it? The background plastic. No, it's too noisy. I don't like it. Okay. We have 4 and 4. We're lucky. Sometimes you get one wire that belongs on the other side. Not today. Today it worked out very nicely. I'm going to support my work, and I'm going to throw in, that's a half a twist, 1 more. Now you can see the shape at the beginning of our beautiful, elegant tree of life with seed beads. So now, just pretend I didn't do that and I edited it. We're going to make our first limb, and we're just going to, again, I like to use tension and I like to keep it even. So this is, you'll learn if you haven't twisted your wire or made your first tree yet, you'll learn where to hold it and how much tension you're going to need on your branch. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one only because I don't want to forget. Not today. Today we're going to do pretty, and it's going to be beautiful. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing here. Throw in another one. I think, well, you know what, we'll do 2. So now you look like this, and we're ready to go. Now we're going to go back to one side. I start on the right because I'm right-handed and it's easy for me to go around. Take your 4 wires, separate them. See this, I mean, when it gets a cross in it, just pull it over. You really need to do that. Oh my gosh, sorry for my voice. Okay, so you have 2 and 2. Support your work right there. And we're going to put in a few twists. Keeping in mind, we need to put another section because we have twist 2 and 2, and the rest is for your beads. So we're gonna, and you'll probably end up twisting it a little longer. It all, you'll know what your tree wants to do if you want it longer as you go. Like that. See, now we've just doubled our branch space. Now we're going to do it again. 2 and 2. Make sure you have them nice and together. You'll know. I like to support my work. There we go. And we'll do it again. 2 and 2. Oh, that was easy so far. They're all staying together for me. That's nice. And I like to still get in there always and support the work and twist, because this will bend, and I don't want it to bend until I get in there and bend it. And if you're new here, I get crazy shaping up my tree because it has to be just special. It's a tree of life. Okay, we're going to hold on again, and we're going to put some twists in there like this, nice and tight. And the twist looks pretty even to me, so I'm happy with that. And we're going to do it again right here. I keep trying to clear my throat. I've been coughing, trying to just get my voice back. Just, it's not happening, guys. Not today. So this is what we have so far. Not too bad. I could have made this a little bit shorter, but you know what? We'll make that work. It'll be beautiful. I'm just going to tighten that up a little bit more right there. Only because my thumb's hurt and I can't twist it. I'm old. There. Now we have 2 and 2. We're going to go ahead and twist all of them, and then we're ready to bead, guys. Plenty of room for beads. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Get in there no matter how you can. It gets tricky, but you'll figure it out. Oh, wear sleeves. I do. I don't want to get scratches. Sorry, guys. It's like I know I have to cough, and I've been coughing, but it hurts. So, surgery will do that to you. But I'm doing very, very good. I have lots of new pajamas and nightgowns. Benefit of being in the hospital. Husband. So we might go to the beach today, guys. It is all up to me. I have not gone back to see my surgeon, and it'll be a moment before I get to do that. But I'll also let you know how it goes. But I just have to be careful. I don't want to get an infection. So I'm going to take my phone. Maybe I'll take some videos. I don't know. We'll see. I missed you guys while I was in the hospital. And then I came back and I couldn't work. My workspace, my work wall is getting bare. So what we have to do, I would like to say I'm going to commit, but I can't. I'd like to try and make one thing a day. And I'm giving myself 7 days straight to post something pretty. So it could be a big commitment on my part. What do you think so far? I like it. But anyway, the first couple of days when I did come back, it was really hard. Like, I can't even tell you. I felt like I was, oh God, so sorry. I felt like I was sitting at, oh, that's better. I felt like I was sitting in someone else's chair, and the beads just didn't feel right in my hands. And I wasn't gone that long. It just seemed like a long time for me, real long. But I'm back. So guys, do me a favor. I believe most of you are around my age, or a little bit younger. I'm old. I'm 45. I'm not 45. I'm 64. Holy moly. Take care of yourself, please, because it just hasn't been the time of my life. Not at all, my friends. This has been some serious stuff. So, please, don't overlook your health. Now with that, I'm going to get the tape for my mouth and just start to bead. I'm going to start off with 3, I usually use little bicone crystals, but these mirrored seed beads, they're just as pretty. So if you want to try and start something, pick a color, get your hoop, get your wire, and go for it. Watch as many videos from not only myself, but from other creators as well, people that just have, well, some of them are artists, I have a hobby, and learn. And then you'll develop your own technique. You can learn from mine, you can use mine, I don't mind. I like what I do. So we have a little leaf, and now, always after, and you have to hold on to it, put in a few twists, and here we go. What do you think? Are crystals prettier? Well, let me look and see what you see. Okay, I like the crystals, I really do, but I'm doing this just to show you that we can make something really, really beautiful without a big investment. And once you're comfortable with it, then you can make more, a bigger investment. I suggest the crystals. I posted a video. So the last 2 trees we've just strung. I did a 4-inch with a fuchsia pinkish color and a bracelet. We just strung them along, not today, we're not doing that. So what we're going to do is just load up 2 wires, because it's just the way I roll. And I'm trying to keep my workspace clear. I used to just throw my stuff everywhere, because I drop it anyway. But with the seed beads it's easier, because pretty much everything you pick up on your wire stays. Not so much when you're sorting through amethyst beads or whatever, so or even the mixed of leftovers that I work from often. So I have to have lots of beads in my hands, but not with the seeds so much. So now we have these 2 wires, and we're not going to bring them over like that, not today. Today we're going to make little clusters. Well, I have 4 right there. Do we need 4? No. If you wanted to use 3, 2, 2 and 2, you do you. I don't make them all even. That's just how that one just fit. And let me put one back. Oops. See? It'd be non-compliant. We don't even need to do 4. Right there is good for 3. So I'm going to support this work. Just hang on to it. And you're going to slide your finger and your thumb all the way up to as close as you can get. Half a twist. It's not enough. All I did actually was cross the wires. So twist again. I want it to be nice and tight. Twist again. That's not going to come undone. You can even put in another one. You'll be able to tell by the way it looks. Now, you see the difference in size. This one here is really long, and these other ones are not as long. Sorry, I had to stand up to make sure you can see that. People complain that they're not all the same. Well, you know what? For a tree, these are perfect for me. If you want to make earrings or jewelry or whatever, they're not all going to match. So be mindful of that. These will work really nice on a comb, which I plan on making something on a comb, because I need to do something with this mop on top of my head. for our wedding. And it's going to be hot. So, if I have any hairdressers that are watching, I don't know what to do. Let me know. Take a photo of my hair and you give me some ideas. Am I too old for bangs? Seriously, I don't know what to do with my hair. Right, so now we're at the end. We're over to our hoop. So we know this one is too many. We have 2. And I'm going to leave it at 2. It is long, it's tight enough that I can put bends and it'll fix it right up. So I'm going to put a few twists. Get in there and hold on to your work. Like that. Now, I have made a few trees that I didn't have in the middle of my hoop. I would really like for this to be in the middle. So what I'm going to do is just fold over the top. You can do that, or you can do, which I normally don't do, but I think I'm going to do it now. No, I'm not. I was going to bead this same. I'm not going to do it because that's not how I do it. Maybe I should. I don't know. Take your 2 wires, go to your hoop, hold on to them. Hang on. Pass them up. Now you can hold on to them real good. Give it a really good tug. Cross it over the top bead beneath the hoop and hold on to it and push it nice and tightly. Bring it up, hold on to your work and give it a tug and put it aside. That one's done. We do the next. So this tree has to be elegant but simple. So we're going to add a few little, because it's all one color. Like, I want it to be elegant. Like, can you make an elegant tree out of seed beads? Yes, you can. You can. But trees don't look like this. Mine do. That's not how they look. I don't like it. That's okay. You can find your own style. I've been doing this for a couple of years, like 10 or so. And it's just my hobby. My style has changed and I've learned a lot of lessons. Here I just slid them down 3 works, so I'm going to hold on to those 3 like so and twist. And for the new people, I just babble. I don't know why. I don't have anything else to say, so I just talk, which is fine. I've gotten to know a lot of you. Wonderful people who are always there, always. You know, sometimes I don't hear from you. I know you're there. Because then all of a sudden you pop up. It's like, oh, hi. I like it. It's cool. Every single branch does not need to be the same. This one has 3. This one has 2. See if I can get 2 more on there. If not, that's okay. The tree will let me know. I think I can. Hang on to it. You don't want the previous one to get untwisted, so really hang on to it. I get my thumb right up in there and twist as close and tight. I don't let my fingers slide on the wire, not here. Because I want that twist to be right up to the last 2 beads right there. If you can see, I'm going to try and get up here. I stood up just to show you. But I think I'm doing okay sitting down. It feels better. I hope it comes out okay. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the 2 wires, we move those away, bring it over, hold on to it. Sometimes it's not that easy to grasp. Bring it up like this. Cross it over. In between the hoop and that top bead. And still hold it so you can get right under that. Push it up, bring it up, and cross it over. I do that for a reason. If you like to wrap, you do that. I don't like it because it used to come to a point where I couldn't tighten up my tree. And once I do this and I wrap, I can put in lots of little, tighten up my tree. You'll see. And it won't come undone. It won't get loose. Instead, it'll tighten it up really nice. So I'm going to do the next 2 branches, and then we're going to use, these are my favorite tool, one of them, needle nose pliers. This is where I get in and I just give everything a little twist. So let's move on to the next branch. I'm just going to load them up again. And then I'll just slide, let them slide down, and whatever looks good, I will twist them. I hope you can hear Miss Abby. She's snoring away. My baby. That's my cat, guys. There's so many new people. My gosh. I hope you've had a chance to look at my cats, my babies. If you like cats, yay. I like dogs too. I just can't have one. I can't commit, so I can commit to my cat. 2 of them. Okay, so I think this one here is going to need 4, 2 and 2. So I'm just going to pull them back so it's nice and tight. And probably going to lose some of these beads. That's okay. All that did was cross them over. Get in there nice and tight. Give it a twist. Give it all you got. Make it nice and so it's not going to come undone. And this one here, I'll just do, again, 4 and then 2. It looks like that's what it will need. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Oops, not you. Sorry. You have to wait your turn. I was looking at one of my videos because since I've been home from the hospital, and only because I'm trying to work so that I can sit down. And I said, Miss Abby's snoring, and I could hear her in the back. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't watch my videos, but I was amazed at how loudly, I'm sure you all heard her. The girl can snore. Okay, now, I had to hold on to that work. This one here goes into the next section. So what I'm going to do, because I'm babbling, I'm going to show you how I cut my wires and why, and we're going to have some fun. This is like just the way that I do it. Oh, I thought I lost mine. I use these, and I get the flat end, and I like to get close, real close, because I bend them under. So I bring it all the way up. I'm only going to do these 4. And I'm going to tighten up those branches so you can see what I do and why. Okay, next, I like to use tweezers. You can use like any kind of a plier, anything that you have. When I first started, I didn't have pliers. It was tweezers and a nail clipper, guys. Not gonna lie. It's what I had, and it worked. So I like to first use these. That's why I like to cut my wires short. I like to push it down as much as I can. Sometimes I can get in and go sideways and push it down like that. There is nothing catchy. And when I tighten my tree, these branches will get nice and tight, and they won't slip off because they ain't go nowhere. That's on there. Trust me. So my trick. Maybe it'll be yours. Tweezers and a nail clipper. 10 years ago. I made some ugly trees, but they were pretty ugly. But yeah, but I was just having fun. Okay, let's see. Just double check. Then I go back in with the pointy ones, just for good measure. Don't have to. I do. And I got these at CVS. They come in like a pack with a nail file. Not a lot of money. Go to the dollar store. You can get them there too. And these are the same ones that I've had for years and years and years. Okay, so this too is one section. What I like to do, I'm standing up to show you. I like to get in. You have to hold your work. Get in. Hold on to your little leaf like this and give it a little bend, just so slight. Then go to the next little branch and tighten. Go to the next one, give it a twist. And come on over to this one. This is actually the next section, but that's okay. So now we're going to just concentrate on these two. Already they've tightened up, and now we're going to go to this little area right here. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to give that a twist like this. And we're going to do that. I'm not going to cut wires right now. I'm going to just keep on beading because I don't want to cut wires right now. I'm going to just turn this one because that wasn't straight. And then I'm going to give this a big one just to tighten it up. There we go. Now I'm going to do these two. And what do you think? Not bad. Seed beads. Okay. I just plunked myself down and hit my tailbone. Not cool. Okay, now because this is right here, if I put beads right there, I mean I can. I'm just gonna put another twist. I'll bring it up a little bit more. And I'm gonna do another one. Two. Yeah, like that. One more. I have plans for this branch. Do you know what they are? I'm not gonna tell you. Okay. I'll do it like that. Actually, I think I'm just going to do two right here. Like this. Get that thumb in there. Get it as close as I can to those two beads. Because I need that to be a tight twist right there. And I'm going to put two more. Okay. And a bird. I did a video with the last tree, the bracelet, I believe, and it also shows that I got them, the name, and they're from Amazon, and I love these little birds, and most of you do too. You've left me comments. They are so sweet. And the hole goes through the bottom and out the top, which is really nice. You can get your finger down, and they have more. This is just what I prefer. I could put another. I'm gonna try it. See, I'm not that person that just says, and this will fit, and you do this and you do that. Nope, nope, nope. It don't work that way. I can't. I can't. I wish I could. No, I don't. I just want it to come out nice. So I'm going to leave that there. Maybe it'll help support the little bird so he doesn't spin around. And throw in some twists. And that's it for that branch. I'm going to pull it over. I'm going to bring them up. I'm going to go back down, cross it over the top of that bead. Sometimes you got to mess around a little bit. Give it a tug, bring it back up, and cross it over. Make sure you clear your bird's head. There you go. I'm going to cut that wire. I'm not going to do it. I said I wasn't going to do it all the way around, but this is the section complete. So I'm going to complete it. Get my tweezer and push this down like that. I'm going to get up and peek again. Hope you can't see my jams. Okay, just like that, guys. There we go. And I'm using the pointy ones to turn that under like that. Now let's see what we have for the first section of the tree. Well, the little bird is spinning around, so we're gonna have to mess around with them. It's okay, because we can work on the next branch as well. I'm gonna tighten this up just a tiny bit more. There we go. Come on, darling. There you go. That'll work. Just like that. He doesn't have to be straight. He just has to be happy. You happy? I should have twisted one more time, I think. I don't know if I can or not. Could I? Would you like it? I think I can, because that's nice and tight. That's what I mean when I said make sure you do it really tight. I only used, I think, 2 beads or whatever I used. I don't even know. And if this wire breaks, I'm going to have to fix it. Fingers crossed. It didn't break. Okay. So, I'm still going to mess around with it. Even though I shouldn't, I'm going to. I know my limit usually. Okay. Now, we're going to do our next branch. I do wish that I didn't twist this up so high, because I would like this to be a little bit lower. That's okay. We're going to make it lower. We're going to put a nice twist right in there like that. So what I'm thinking, because this big space, I think I'm going to put a leaf, and I'm not going to keep the stem, I'm going to keep it a little bit long instead of short like that one. I've got the extra wire, I've got the space, so I'm going to do it. Put the 3 beads on. I'm just holding them with my finger right there. I'm going to bring this up to where I twisted. I'm going to slide it down to the length I want it, right there. Cross it over like that. I'm going to check and see if you can see what I'm doing. It looks like you can. And then I'm just going to twist this little group of 3 like that. Now I'm still going to hold on to it. I'm going to get those 2, not you. Yeah, next. I'm going to put a few twists right there, like that. I like it. What do you think? You think that we can do something with that little bird so he doesn't spin? Of course we can. We can do anything. I don't know if you can hear the birds. What time is it? 3:11, and they're already out there chirping. I love it. Abby gets annoyed with the birds. She'll go underneath the blankets. She's like, shut up. Finn's a superhero. He climbs walls. If there's a bird, he'll figure it out and get to it. I actually had to put in the living room. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. I got it on Amazon. It's a film. It is clear. And you just wash your window and you put it on. You don't have to use anything special. Ooh, got a jumper. But I did that, and it's like a little, did like teeny tiny flowers, and it almost looks like when it starts to snow, and it just gets like a little bit on your window. Just enough that, I mean, it does make it, he still sits in front of that damn window. But he's less inclined to climb up and break all my Venetian blinds. So he still sits there, but he's got the kitchen window, he's got 2 windows in the bedroom. The boy can go in many windows, just not in my living room. And yeah, he has superpowers. If a fly gets in my house, I don't like flies, they're disgusting. He'll find it and tell him, get it, and he will go and if you see him run and get crazy, it's because there's a fly. I don't like bugs, I just don't like them. And I always tell him, get it, so he can keep an eye on it while I get the spray or the swat or whatever it is that I use. And I do have a bug spray that it is Vino, smells like mint, it's pet friendly. But anyway, I'm just babbling at the mouth. But so a bee got in the house when my husband's bringing in groceries, and Finn went crazy. And I said, get it, and then I realized it was a bee. He's like, no, don't get it, don't get it. And he was ready. The boy was ready. Like, no, please, don't do it. Okay, so when we finally get this tree going and we get the lace going, that's why I also like to lace, because I have control over where I want my branch. And we're going to get this little bird to stay nice and in view and beautiful. I like it like that. That's why. Okay, so for all you new people, I've been up for a minute, and see, I'm still babbling. You know what I think I want to do? I want to do a tutorial. I don't like music, unless it's a short, but I want to do a tutorial and just put it on mute, I think, and still show you what I'm doing. Tell me what you think. Should I do silent? Don't worry, I'm not going to take it personal, like shut your mouth. No, I won't. I promise. I babble. And I joke about the tape from my mouth. But would you like me to do it in just no talking? Or maybe like just nature sounds? I was going to do that actually. Not for you. I mean, I would do anything for you. But for my big project, the thrift shop find that I have not worked on in well over 2 weeks. I've not picked it up since I've been home from the hospital. Maybe I'll do that later on today, seeing as I'm getting this done early. Oh yeah, I think it's going to be adorable, guys. So, now, let's do the next branch. Look, I'm not even making a mess. And I'm sitting down. So I'm going to have to go back and look at some of this footage here and hope, fingers crossed, that you can see what I'm doing. Why is sticking in my finger? Again. Ouch. I just want to peek. Looks like I'm in the right space, maybe. I don't like getting up because I have my PJs on. Like, I don't want you to see me in my jammies, but they're cute. It's a blue shirt and it says, my horoscope said to stay in bed. A navy blue shirt, and the bottom's a navy blue with little stars and moon, and it's just adorable. My husband's so sweet. I've just started to be able to wear them because I just couldn't. I've been wearing the nightgowns because of my stomach. So that's the only thing about going to the beach. Say, I don't know what I'm going to wear because I still have a lot of staples. And it's going to hurt maybe to, I don't know. It's quite ugly. But it's a clean ugly. It's not like, I've had many surgeries and some of them have not been, they just don't look good. They're really bad. And I have to go back in. Not this one. This one came out good. And the surgeon was a sweetheart. At 2 o'clock in the morning, and I got a little bit of sugar for my eyes. Very, very, very handsome. Oh my gosh. Sorry. No, I'm not. He's eye candy. I can't help it. I can't wait to get these staples out. So I can see his pretty face. Oh my god. So I'm really, really old. I don't know if any of you remember. I don't know the name of the show. Maybe it is what I'm going to say. Dr. Kildare. Does anybody remember him? I think, if I recall, he was very handsome. And the other one that I really thought was handsome was on, not Little House on the Prairie. Father, the Sons, Hoss, maybe Little Joe. I think he was the, oh, I know his name. I can't think of it. He had the salt and pepper hair. Oh my gosh, he was so handsome. And I was younger, much. And I just had a thing for that look. What's his name? Don't you hate that? You know something and you can't think of it. And later on, I'll be doing something and it'll just pop into my head, or I'll be doing a different project, a different day, and I'll remember it and say, "Oh, I remember his name." No, it doesn't work that way. Always on a big old horse. All right. Oh, the name of that show. It's right there. Okay, guys. Now it's going to bother me. Let's get some little twists in here because this section is done. So I'm going to do this so you can see. Watch what is going to happen when I twist out this with these two branches, okay? I'm going to support my work with this finger. I'm pushing up against it so that it is stable. Watch these three clusters. Did you see them move down? Now it's nice and tight. This one not yet. I'll put a little twist right there. Now we're going to go down and watch them again. Big twist right there. Did you see? It pulled them all down really, really nice. And I'm not worried about that bird because when I lace, I'll have more control over. I'll probably do it like that so that it stays. Ideally, it would have a bead, but it'll stay like that. Trust me. I'm going to put one right here, only because I made it too long. And maybe I made that too big. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tree. It'll be beautiful. Ouch. It'll be beautiful. I'm not sorry that I cut these 17 inches because the other one I did with the same gauge wire, and it was on the bracelet. It was a little bit hard. Okay, let's, I don't like the way I did that. Let me just pull that up. That's better. Okay, let's bead this up. Okay, let's see what we have. Oh, you know what time it is, guys. It's time for a bird. Is it time for a bird? Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, I guess we can put a bird. And I think we'll put them on the top branch. Let's just check it out. I know you can't see my hand, right? That's okay. I'm just trying to get it on the wire. I can do it either on the top branch or the bottom branch. I would like to do it like that. This time I think I'm gonna, what did I do last time? I don't know. I'm just gonna twist. Really, really, really close to the bird. Hopefully it doesn't spin. Not so much. Good. Not bad. This one here. We'll make it work. We don't make mistakes here. We only do beautiful things. Okay, so I'm going to bring that wire up. See this? Automatically. Hold on to it. Now because I want this little bird not to move, I'm going to go right behind the bird's head. It's right beneath the hoop, and instead of the bead, it's in between the bird's head and the hoop. And if it doesn't go outside of the hoop a little bit, that's okay. It's all good. I'll make sure with the next branch I have some beads there, and that should help to support our little friend. I hope I've been staying in focus for you guys. I'm going to just bring this up to you. See, this is the one that wants to spin, and I knew it when I put it there, but I'm not going to sweat that because I'm pretty sure that we can make it stay. We have to. And if it doesn't want to stay, there's also a way to go around the bird because it has like these little grooves. You can actually put a support wire there. I've done that as well. So are we looking glamorous? I wanted glam. I wanted like delicate and sweet. Very sweet. I think we're doing that. We got this. Okay. I'm gonna load. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna load up my wires. Oops. I don't know if you saw that. That was a jumper. That's Abby. It sounds like she's in pain, or if she's not. She's old. And that's just the way she sleeps. Very, very comfortable. Okay, I think we're gonna put, how many are we gonna put here? I think I'm gonna do 4. Yeah, we'll do 4. So I'm gonna just pull back on those 4 like this, and then cross it over. It's not a twist. Nice and close. I hear a bell outside the door. That means that Finn is out there. So he'll probably, if you hear the door rattling, we're not haunted. He tries to open it. He has opened it. He's a superhero. So guys, I used to have like my routine. I would get up in the morning. I would, make the bed, do the, medication, all that before I left the room. Always drink a bottle of water, the whole thing. And then I would take Abby's dishes, and she had 2 bowls, dry food and water, and I'd take them out, try not to spill the water, so that my housekeeper, the vacuum, the shark, doesn't suck up water. And then I would do Finn's. Now, the way I have Abby's in here, because they don't like each other. She don't like him. His water and his food, I have like a rubber little mat. It's a cat mat. I put the bowls on that, but to get into my basement, I have this one door. Doesn't have, I mean, this one is a staircase right off the hall. Doesn't have a door on it. I mean, it has an accordion door, but we don't keep that closed. Only sometimes. And I would just get down on the landing, hold on to the railing, and pick up his food and his water. And he waits. It's like, come on, buddy, it's breakfast. And I give him his breakfast and his fresh water. And more than once. And then it happened after I come home from the hospital. I almost fell down the stairs. It's just not a safe place to have his water and his food. But from the time that we adopted him, when he would eat, he looked frightened, like he would pick up his food and take it and go away from the bowl to eat it. He didn't look comfortable, but there he did. Like nothing bothered him, and he was just so happy. But he keeps tipping the water bowl over. He's just like a little brat. So my son bought, it's actually a dog bowl. It's weighted, and it has two adjustments on it. Like it's two holes with like the metal bowls, and you can raise it up 2 different heights. And I put it in the kitchen on the mat. Makes it easier for me. I don't have to juggle 2 bowls. Just pick the whole thing up to the sink, wash it, dry it, and then I'm good to go. So when I saw that, I ordered one for Miss Abby, and I put her food in it, and she kept bumping her head, and I felt horrible. But she don't bump her head anymore, so now I don't feel so bad. I just don't know if it's going to work. I might have to, I don't know if I can fold the legs back now that I've snapped them into place. I don't know. So I don't know if they like to be closer to the floor. I bought bowls that were at an angle. They say that the cats like a shallow bowl that, especially when they're older, it's like high on one side and low on the other. I got on Amazon, cute little kitty bowls. Just don't know. And I mean, I feel like I should know. And I don't. Anyway, shooting my mouth up again. I'd get that damn tape. I know that you guys love Abby and Finn. Because some of you, a lot of you, oh my gosh, when she wasn't doing too good, and just a long story, shared with me how many cats you've had and how much you loved them. Yeah. And she was mad at me when I come home from the hospital and hissed and growled. Oh my gosh, I was heartbroken. She never got back up on the bed until I came home. She's very loyal to me, and Finn is loyal to her. He wants to be with her, and she tells him, I don't like you. So he just sits at the door like a little gentleman with his little tail wrapped around in front of his 2 front paws, and he waits. From the day we got him 2 years ago, he still waits for her. My son will carry him in, and he looks, or he'll just like a turtle with its head out of the shell. Like every time you open the door, he'll like glance real quick to get a glimpse of the queen. What a brat she is. He made it in behind me before I went into the hospital. It was funny because I've got this huge, if you haven't seen the video of my workspace, he knows that something was going on because you could hear when my husband built this area. And he ran in behind me, didn't know it, and he startled himself because he knows he's not supposed to do it, and that's when I realized he was in the room. And he just froze, and he just kept, she was under the blankets. She likes to be a bump, which is okay. Just stopped dead in his track and just stood there looking up, looking under. It was funny. I don't know, guys. How much do we love our pets? How much longer can I talk before my voice is gone? Please, make her voice go away. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really not. This is just how I roll. I can't be anything else but me. And you seem to like me. That's okay. And if you don't, that's okay. All right, we're going to tighten this up. We're going to work on these two right here. So if you want to keep an eye on that while I tighten these two, the bird and the one next to it. And I am supporting it here and under. I'll push that while I push down and pull. Okay, now we're almost done. Do you see what just those few little twists did? This is not bad, my friends. Look at this. I'm not done yet. We're an hour in, and I did a lot of the prep work for embellishments because we're going to do that too. It's going to be fun. Okay, I had to put that there because that's my thing. I don't know. Okay, almost done. Oops. I'm just putting, oh, I didn't count, just some. If it works, that's 3, it looks good. So I'm going to pull down on them and hold them really tight. I want to get that twist right up there. If you can't do it like that, you can turn your hoop over. That'll get a nice, really nice twist in there for you. I do that sometimes when my fingers hurt. I gotta take that off. We're not done yet though. I just need the space for my hand. Are we done? No, we need 2 more. That'll work. Okay, get in there and pull back on those. And throw in some nice tight twists. Don't slide your fingers back. Keep them up there nice and firm. And see, nice and tight. That's the way you want it. That's the way I want it. I want this to be sturdy. I don't want it to be droopy. Cross it over. I know I said I wasn't going to cut wires until the end, but you know what? I think it's easier this way. I just want to move right along, not have to come back and do it, because the fun part's coming up. Oops, I dropped it. Well, it jumped, and Abby heard it. That was her bell. She's a funny girl. She'll jump, but she really can't be bothered. But funny story with little Miss Abby. My husband had bought, you know, Stop and Shop has like little cupcakes, teeny ones. He had bought them, I guess it was around Valentine's Day, and they had all little sprinkles on them. And my husband, he just likes to just throw it in his mouth and not even use a plate. He'll carry it into over the table. Well, anyway, I looked down at Abby. She was by my feet, and she had the perfect little pink Valentine, little pink heart, right on the tip of her nose. Oh, I couldn't grab my phone quick enough. It was so sweet. I don't know. It's just something that I remember, and I thought I'd share. And Mr. Finn chased a crystal. It was like an 8mm, and he has a mitt like this, and put his paw over it. And then I didn't know. I just knew that he knew where it went and he wouldn't tell me. Then I hear click, click, click. It got stuck in between his paw and he couldn't get it out. I hear click, 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 click. And I was like, oh my gosh. Just share stuff. Because it's what I do. Okay. What am I going to do here? I have two right there. Hmm. Let's see. Do we want to put a bird there? I love the little bird because it's got these two cute little feet. Sometimes you can put your wire there if it doesn't stay like the way that you want it to. Or like I said before, you can just put your wire right in the groove of the feather over it. I might end up doing that for that twirly bird. I'll show you what I mean. Let's see if I can get close enough. Okay. See right here, see the grooves on the feather? Sometimes what I've done is actually put a few beads and then bring this over it and then twist it. And you can't see it. Maybe I'll do that just to see if I can show you. I should have done that on the other one, but that was just something that I did like not planned on one of them. I think I have to take the beads off to do it. If I have to. If I don't have to, I'm not going to. As long as it doesn't... Come on now. As long as it doesn't spin around. Gonna spin? Oh, he's not gonna spin. I'm gonna leave it be and save that for another time. But just to throw it out there, you can secure your bird. I should have done that to this one. I'm still hoping, or put another bead. I'm hoping that once I wrap and stuff, I lost his head. Oh no. What happened? I have to undo that. Not ideal, but wow. That was really bad. Okay, now I can twist. I think I must have poked his head down when I was holding on to twist. Not the best situation, but it's not going to break. I hope. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, there we go. Bring it up. Pass it right through like that. Tighten it up. Actually, this one here came out really good. Nice and straight. See the dent? It's permanent. My fingers. Oh my goodness. You can use 24 gauge on this hoop. It'll be easier to work with, but not as, your branches aren't as thick. I am going to do a 24 gauge in a 4 and in a bracelet and do a side by side so that you can see the difference. I know on my board up here I must have 24 and 22, but I'm going to do it over anyway because this is what I do. And then when I'm done, I'll post it and then just carry on about my day. But I have to start off. Even before I started doing this here, I would still do it just because it's just like part of my routine. You like brush your teeth, you make a tree, make a keychain, make whatever you want. Alright guys, so this is what we're looking at right now. What do you think? Is it elegant? Seriously. Now I've done them in just I don't have one to show you. That went home to someone with just crystals. But look, you see all the little birds? I think it's adorable. Not because I made it, but because it just is adorable. So, in order that I don't forget, I'm going to put a little leaf right here. I had one here. I could have put one over here. I didn't, and that's okay. It's fine by me. Don't matter. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys. It really doesn't. It just has to be pretty. So, everybody leaves me comments. What I would like to know, whether you've been here for a while or if you're new here, have you made a tree? Or are you just debating if you want to make this your craft? I know I have gotten photos emailed to me of stuff that you've made, but how many of you are just like watching, trying to think, is this the right craft for you? I'm interested. I mean, you're watching me all the time. I just wonder, you know, maybe some people don't care. I care. I really care. Like, I'll do anything to try and like link. I can't link to try and post. I hope that that's okay that I do that. I don't know if when you link, if you know, like they say, click on the link below. I don't know if they get kudo points. I don't know. I'm not looking for brownie points. I just want you to be able to make a tree, if that's what you want to do, and be able to buy the things that I use if you so choose. I don't think that I could get in trouble. I think Amazon wouldn't mind that I'm giving them business, right? I think, yeah? I don't know. We'll find out. I get shut down, that's why. I don't think that'll happen, guys. I'm just going to leave that last cluster right there because it fit. Oh, I dropped another one. Jeez. I've been doing that a lot. So when I'm done, I have to always grab the, because I have like a hardwood floor in here, and I can't always see them. I just grab the dust mop and clean up the mess. Especially under my chair. Can you hear the birds? I love it. I don't know how many of you remember the big rustic tree that I made. I did not do a tutorial on it, but I posted it. And the music that I put it to, don't remember where it's from or whatever, but it was birds, and it was just so pretty. If you haven't seen that, you gotta check it out. I love that sound. Maybe I'll put this to it if I can find it again. Okay, supporting the work here and here. Gonna tighten up. Oh, that worked nice and straight. Get in there again, give it a little one of those, holding on to that leaf. Now we're gonna hold it here, get this branch right there, and we're gonna do a big one right here. Like, oh, I like doing those. It just pulls it really, really close together. Oh, how'd that happen? There we go. I thought it wasn't going to go behind. I just didn't pull it tight enough, maybe? I don't know. It's long enough. Maybe it's too long. Let's see. I'm going to lace it anyway, and sometimes you can catch that wire. No, it's too long. There we go. I don't know if you can see, I'll show you. Right there. I can't, I have to cut it closer. Sorry, I don't know if my hands are in the right place so you can see if I'm covering it, but basically I do the same thing. Okay, now let's move everything around a little bit because I'm not done yet. We're going to get to the fun part in a minute. Right now I'm just scooching the branches down because this middle piece, so it would be these two branches and these two, that's the top of the tree. They don't have to be really close together. Actually, they look better when they're not. Don't want it to look like an umbrella. And when I lace, they're not going to do this when I lace, but it will also help me to, excuse me, it will help me to hold my branches where I would like them to be. I just did that because it kept sliding up too high. Okay, now getting to the fun part. Okay, let's lace. And then we'll do the real fun part. We're going to embellish, and you're going to love it. So, 24 gauge, because it's nice and soft. I don't measure it. I hold it down here. We may have to go through these twice. I believe that we will. So what I'm going to do is just very loosely go around like that and give myself a little bit more, and whatever I don't use will not get wasted. I don't waste. Can't afford to. You shouldn't either. Always save. I have a little container and I keep all the wire in it. Okay. I am so sorry. And I can't cough right now, it'll hurt. Okay, bring the wire up around the hoop. Bring it up again, like that. We've done this pretty much with every single branch. I'm going to push it down. The good news is with wrapping, you only do this once. Twice. Once in the beginning and once in the end. And now I'm going to cross it over in the back. Bring it up again. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just going to bring that wire over. And I'm just going to push it down. Like that. Okay, so now it's secure right there. Now that that's secure, I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to bring it back in front of the branch that I just crossed over. This is how I lace. Sorry. I wish I could edit. I feel like, like I'm going to cough and I don't want to. I wish I could edit. It's really rude, but I'm so sorry. Okay, so I took the wire and I crossed over the top of the wire beneath the hoop. Okay, now I'm going to go to the next one, this one. Actually, I'm going to bring it around again because I don't want to crowd the tree. I don't want the branches to be too close, all bunched up. Look like an umbrella or a mushroom. I don't want that. So I wrapped it again right here. So it's actually twice. Now I'm going to hold this because I like that distance between my two branches. You'll see, I don't want them to do this. Get it where you want it. Give it a really good tug. Bring it down. Cross it right across that wire. Nice and tight. I have not broken one yet because of the wrapping. Not ever. But you have to hold it and then cross it over. Now these two, let me see if I can see. These two, they'll stay together, but they won't separate. And it'll continue that way so that they will stay the way that I want them to. And they won't separate. So if you put a chain and you hang it in a window, where you put the chain, let's face it, it has to be between a branch. And if it's not wrapped, it's going to pull. If that makes any sense, let me know. Okay. And let me know if you think wrapping is a good idea for you. I wonder. I'd like to hear your comments. I had asked one time, where are you from? Because I can see that I have people that are not here. Mexico, like, it was crazy. And one person answered, and I believe she was from Mexico. I was psyched. Then I had one from Russia. Like, ooh. I never thought ever I would talk to so many people from so many different areas of the world. It's okay. It's a tree of life. Do you understand why I love it, guys? It's the tree of life. It doesn't die. What am I going to do with you, little birdie? I actually don't really have to do anything. There's one other thing you can do. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. Let's see if it'll work with this. I might have to use 24 gauge wire. If you have one that doesn't want to stay, it just spins on the wire. Take another wire and you can actually start from a bead, if you can get it, and go right back up through the bottom of the bird. We'll get back to that. Because what it'll do is it'll fill in that little space and it'll help so that the bird doesn't spin. I've had spinny birds. And I've done whatever it takes to make them not do that. I'm going to show you how. Okay. Let's move the next branch like that. See how I'm holding everything? Hold it. Get it where you want it to be, because they're not going to do this. You see the difference? When they're laced, you can still move them a little bit to adjust. But you see this, guys? This is the difference, laced and not laced. Abby just went to the bowl. Let's see if she can. I don't think she likes it. I have to try and lower that bowl. I don't know if it's on the lowest, but she kept bumping her head. She doesn't look as comfortable as she did before. She's not sitting. So if I can't work it out, the bowl got to go. I'm going to wrap it through again. Wrap it over the branch with the bird. Oh. Sorry, guys. I passed over the bird. This has to go over that wire right there. I almost skipped it. It's not time consuming. It's crazy worth it though. It can be a little irritating. It's alright. It's worth it. I've just invested over an hour of my time and an hour and a half prior to actually working on this. It's worth my time to do this. Besides, I love it. It just makes me happy. It's how I like to start my day. I gotta take this off. I see a wire. Where is it? It's right there. Pull it nice and tight. Go around that hoop again. Sometimes, like on the bracelet, you don't have to go around the hoop an additional time. You just go from one to the other. And I have a wire sticking in my finger. And but this one here, because they're spaced out, it chose to go back around it. And that wire is not down. Oh, that's the tail. I'm going to go around the hoop again, bring it up, cross over the last branch, bring it up, give it a nice tug, take a look at your work. If you want to make some adjustments, now's the time, because you can pull on them a little bit, but they're not going to slip and slide. How pretty is that? They don't move, guys. So now what you want to do is you want to take your wire, you brought it up, you brought it over, bring it up, bring it across again, going in the other direction, give it a tug. You have the wires at the neck of every branch, but you don't have this big mess across the top of your hoop. So you really can't see it. I'm going to turn it over, bring it across. I'm going to clip this off, and I'm going to keep this right here because I'm going to need it. And push that wire right down. If you can see my hands, I think I've stayed pretty much. I've gotten up a few times, and it looks like, I got hard. Sit down. She'll take my chair. It looks like I've been in focus. Oh, so this little bird decided to go and put his little tail in between. Remember, his head was stuck? Well, now his tail is through. You gotta check this out. So before, I had his head, and I had to undo it, and now his tail is behind. But he's secure. I'm gonna leave it like that. You see? You don't have. You got a bead? What you doing? Let me see. I don't know. I thought maybe I heard a bead. I must have dropped one. Sorry, guys. And then here's this one. It doesn't spin anymore. Not at all. Actually, that's the back. So the bird is on the right. The way I do the front, you can tell when you do your slip knot, this is where the loops are. The back, and it does matter, it looks prettier on the front. Little dashes. So I was showing you the wrong thing. This is the front. This little bird is sitting nicely. This one too. This one has a little bit of an attitude problem, and we may have to go back and work on that, give it a little adjustment. Actually, I think I'm going to try it now. Why not? Because I forget. So I'm going to use a piece of this. This is the wrong tool. Okay, 24 gauge. It's softer. So let's see. What we're going to try to do is go through this little bead right beneath his bum. You can do that actually. Let's go through this wire. The space in between these two twisted beads. I'm going to go right into that space. I hope. There we go. Now I'm going to take this wire and see if I can get it to go through the bottom of the bird. It may be tricky. Here we go. Let me show you. So I took the wire and I went in between like a cluster, and now I put it up through the bottom of the bird because it's spinny. I'm going to grab onto that wire, right? And I'm going to pull it. Now, what I'll do is I'll take the back wire like this. I'm going to put it, okay, see if I can get in focus so that you can see what I'm doing in case you get a spinny bird. This is the back. Let me see. Yeah. So I'm going to take this wire that's in the back and I'm going to go right across the bird. You're not going to be able to see it, I promise. Then I'm going to bring it through like that and across over, backtrack, like sewing, like a back stitch, and go across the neck of this wire again, the branch, like that. Now what I'll do is give it a little twist. Okay. Is it ideal? It is. It doesn't spin anymore. Now, bring those two wires down. Now I gave you a little tip. If you get a spinny bird, don't sweat it. You can fix it. I know you can. I just showed you how. Okay, now they're in the back. Keep them together. Clip those two wires. And the troublemaker is no longer a troublemaker. Just bend those two wires down. You can't see them. Nobody knows but you and me. The bird now stays where I want him to. And what I'll just do is give this a little, only because I'm fussy. Just push it down a little bit more, like that. There we go. Sorry about that noise. That's my stomach. It's awful. All right, guys. Now we're gonna have some fun. This is the fun part. Let me clean up my mess because we're gonna make something magical happen in the next half an hour, maybe half an hour. I don't know, but it's worth it. You'll see. You'll see. Nothing up my sleeve. See, no sleeves. Okay. I said we wanted elegant. I think I've accomplished that. Tell me what you think before I finish. And then tell me if you like it when I'm done. Gotta wet my whistle. Okay. So the first thing I would like to do I have a wire? No. Okay. The trunk here, I'm going to put a little bend in it because I can. I'm going to tighten this up just a smidge right here because it's kind of uneven. I mean, nobody would notice that but me. I don't even know if you can see it. Like right there, there's like a wire sticking up. So I'm just going to do that. And now I'm going to, this is also will help tighten up the hoop. Just keep it a graceful little bend. Oh, I like it. Like that. And this is nice and tight. Nothing moves. No spinny birds. I could have put a leaf here to match that, but it's a tree. I don't need it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do you know what it is? I bet you do. I already did the nest, and I'm going to post it. I have to figure out, I think I want it right here, so now I have to make it fit, because it does not. And I'm going to just, if you go back and look at the video, ouch, ooh, it bit me. I told you it's probably not going to fit. You have to make it, it's custom. Look at that, you have to make it fit in the space, right? So I'm just going to use these because I don't want to poke myself. I'm just going to turn this in a little bit around here and there. It'll make it a little bit smaller. And squeeze it. And then it's It's a nest. The wires are all loopy. That's good. It's cool. It's a nest. I like it. See, it's a little bit lower. That's good. Means it's getting closed up a little bit more. Okay. Let's try it here. Just turn it in. And see, like that little one, that's okay. It's a nest. If you looked at the birds, the robins that laid there, that planted their nest outside my door, that nest was a mess. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just give it a little squish. So it looks like this. Can you see that? How sweet is that? I love it. Now we're going to make it fit before we do anything, and we'll secure it. And if I have to move the branch a little bit, I'm going to, but I don't think I do. I really don't want to. I don't want to. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to make it a little change in the shape, which is fine. When the bird makes the nest, they make it in a place where they can accommodate their family. And that's what we're doing. We're making an accommodation for this nest. And I believe we have done it right there. Actually, one more little, let me just try it the other way. I'm sorry if I was out of focus there. I just want to make sure that I get it in the best possible position. I don't like it that way. I like it this way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten the height of my nest. I want it lower so that you can see inside of it. Because this mama, she's got babies. She's got eggs. Okay. Just be careful. Poke your finger. This is only 28 gauge wire. It's really soft. You could do it with the 24 as well. It's actually probably easier. I don't know. I'm just not strong. And I'm strong. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see what we have for scrap wire over here. And this was, I don't know what this was from. I'm going to put this wire through the bottom of my nest. I'm going to secure it to this branch. I try to do it there, but I find that it's easier if I secure it to the limb so it doesn't tip over. I don't want my birds to fall out. Or in this case, I'm only putting one. I've actually, in a previous project, put the mama bird with her 2 little eggs and another bird on the branch lower, but not today. I don't feel like it. Alright, I wasn't paying attention. It was okay. It's a little bit tricky to get it started. So what I was going to do is going to work. So I'm just going to bring the wires together and I'm going to just spin the entire hoop like that. Okay? Just don't break it. I almost broke it. Now I have to try and get it in the nest and the branch. You have to get fancy and do whatever you have to do. Use whatever tool you have to make it fit. You can do it. If I used less wire, it would have been easier, but I didn't. It's okay. It's still gonna work. It's just gonna be tricky to get it. Once I get it where I want it. What's that? Oh, got a loop. No, we don't. It's gone. not lying. The nest can be tricky, but I like it. This one here is more than tricky. This one here is it's fine. I bring this wire down through the nest and behind the branch if I can. Let's see. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Pushing this down. All right, let me get up and show you. Push it down. See where it's coming out? That's fine. I'm going to sew this little nest right into a tree. Don't know why that's not coming out. Why are you stuck? Oh, that's why. There's a little kink. It's okay. Just grab your pliers or your... I'll just use this because you probably don't have the... This thing here is great for little kinks. Okay, let's try this again now. There we go. And we have it. Let's get rid of that wire. Just gonna bring that down. Bring it around that branch. Just poke myself in the finger. And just push it down. Now let's continue on. So far, it looks like that. I don't want it to tip, but I want it to stay like that. It's a little bit big, but that's okay, because that's just the way this bird's nest is going to be. That's the way she made it. Okay, now I'm going to bring that wire back up through the nest. You'll find a spot. It might take a minute. There we go. Might take a second. Now, give it a tug. Now that nest is not going anywhere, guys. And that wasn't hard. So I think the first thing that we're going to do, okay, let's see. I pulled a few beads out because I don't know which. All these are seed beads. These ones here are just white. And they are like shiny. They're just nice. I like them. So we're going to they're perfect for an egg. Put one in there. And then we'll decide if we need another. Sometimes I can use two. Sometimes one is enough because I need room for the mama. I don't want it to look silly. So, there we go. Can you see that? I think that one little egg is going to be enough. Talking soft like there's a baby. Oh my gosh. Silly me. Alright. Now we're going to try and bring this back up through the nest. And wherever it comes up is where the mama's going to be. So I want to try and make it come up over here. And that's a big egg. Oops. Not there. Let's try again. If you can see a space, try to pull it through that. It might make it a little bit easier. I found a space. Let's see if it's going to work. I can make that work. Can you see it? Get all that junk out of the way. Alright, so now let's put the mama right into her nest with her baby. Her egg. It's a big egg. It's going to hatch soon. Oh my goodness. Alright, because I'm not attaching this anywhere, right? Remember how I said you can put your wire over the bird to secure it if you get a spinner? Instead, I used another wire and connected it at the top. But when you're doing a nest like this, you need to put this wire somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross this wire over my bird, right over the mama, and I'm going to bring it down through the nest. Now, let's see. Let's pull it and see what this wire wants to do. Sometimes you can get it to go right under the wing or right across the bird. It doesn't matter because you're not going to be able to see it unless you really look close. Or I could actually, let's see, just turn the bird over. And that wire is now in the back. Like that. I have to see first. She looks like she's going to leave the nest. Let me just push her back a bit. All right, I'll play with her afterwards. So basically, it looks like that right here. And now I still have this wire that's I wrapped over the bird. I'm going to bring that down, and I'm going to go around under the nest, bring it up. I'm going to come through this, in between this big space right there, and I'm going to go like right where the tail is, just to pull her down, because that's where I need to anchor it. Bring it back up. Now I can shape my bird. I like that. Bring it up, and then I'm going to end it this wire. I'm just going to wrap it again around this branch right here, this limb, cross it over like that. Now you can see where I had those wires right there. You're not going to see them in a minute. We're going to make them go away. Okay. Are you still with me, guys? I think some of you are. And some of you say, well, she's done this before. Yes, I have. But I have new people too. And this just makes me happy. It satisfies my need to be creative. And honestly, this is better than the coffee. In the morning, I like to have my coffee, but just doing something creative just like calms me. And then I can be focused for the rest of the day. Little birdie, let me just push you back. I don't want you to fall out. Oh, it's not going to fall. I just don't want it to look like it's going to fall. Okay. So there's, can you see that? I don't even know. I don't want to get like in your face, but you have your nest, your baby, egg. It's too big of an egg. No, it's not. It's perfect. In the maw. We've got some little leaves. And we've got 1, 2, 3 other birds. And then, of course, the nest bird. So now, we're still not done. This tree has to be elegant. I didn't use any bicones. You don't need bicones. I'm going to show you why. All right. I have 2 pieces of chain. This is paperclip chain. I don't mind it. It's easy to connect with. I like the thin chain on really delicate things like I can't because I can't see. I got lucky the other day. We're going to take a jump ring. Oops, almost dropped all my beads. I'm trying to keep my area clean so you can see. We're just going to secure them like that. I made sure they were the same length. Put them onto the jump ring. You can just squish it closed. I usually do, and I use my fingernail and just, I'm going to show you the right way. Well, it's not really the right way. It's the suggested way. Is you hold them and twist them in the opposite direction, and it actually does click. And then you can, if you want to just look, that is perfectly closed, and that's just perfect for me. So, are we done yet? No, not yet. Soon. Soon. I like the way this looks. Okay. Usually I do this part last. Not today. Today, I'm going to be fancy. I'll change it up. Alright, so I'm going to try and do this with just one shot. I've been kind of lucky. I'm going to put one there. You can kind of eyeball it, you know. And sometimes I put it on and it's like, what? Seriously, what the hell are you thinking? That doesn't go there. Oh, pay attention. Let's see, like that, maybe. Maybe. I really don't want it in that space. It doesn't matter, it's not going to move, but I'll close it up a little bit and maybe put it right there. That might be too far, I don't know. We're going to find out together. Usually I have a little bit of grief putting this on, but because there's such a space, a beautiful space, it didn't give me grief. So now I'm going to close this up the wrong way. And you'll see that it's not as... Alright, so it worked. That doesn't always happen, guys. As you've seen, I've bent up like 5 jump rings trying to get it on the wrong way. And then I give up and do it the right way. Okay. I don't want to pick this up and say, let me check it first, and then have it, ooh, that's not right. Not have it in the right space. I gotta fix that. See? I wasn't lucky. I was just only looking at one side. And as you can see, if you can see, right here, I just have to close it up a little bit. There. Nope. Okay. That's what happens when you don't do it the right way. It's okay. I don't mind. It's like I'm going to put it here, but something tells me that it might not work. But that's all right. We're going to find out together. And then usually I have to bend these up. Not today. It's going to go on perfectly easy. Just like this. When I was first trying to decide what I was going to do for the elegant tree, I was going to use, I'll show you. I was going to use silver and gold. And then I said, yeah, no, not today. That's just not the right one, the right combo for what I'm looking for. I wanted this to be elegant in place of my favorite crystals. And to show you that I just shut this jump ring without putting the chain inside of the jump ring. Yes, that's what I did. But I wanted to show you, in all seriousness, that the beads are not, they're not good for jewelry. But for the tree, it's perfect. And it's not a big investment. Whether you buy one thing of beads, $7.99 I think they are, or if you buy mixed, it's not that big of an investment. Use nail clipper and tweezers just to start, because I'll tell you why. You know the basics. I showed you how. And I'm going to continue to show you and show you different tricks and ways to fix things. This is my go-to tree. 12 wires, 17 inches on this 4-inch hoop. And I did it that way in case I wanted to add more little leaves, and I chose not to. But, so, this is what we're looking at. I think that is quite beautiful. We got the little bird here, and here, and here, and then the mama and her baby. I think that's absolutely, it's cute. Cute. I really, are we done? No, we're not done. I have one more thing to do. So I'm going to put a prism on the bottom, and I had picked out 3. These came in the ones that I posted, and I showed you that some of them came broken, and it was crooked. And I don't like it. Shut up. You didn't have to buy it. Don't buy it. I'm telling you that they're fine. Ta-da! All stuck together. So these are the clear crystal quartz, okay? This one here is more white. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see. I can go with one that has more white. These ones here are more clear. I kind of like that. You can see I was going to put the first one on because I wasn't sure which one. I'm not going to use this one. So this is my favorite of the 2. Usually I have like a piece of felt or something. I don't see anything. I cleaned up my mess. Okay, I found a piece of felt. going to show you a different way. The white is great, but not right now. There. That's better. You can see better, right? So now it's easier to see which one. I don't know which one to choose. I think I'll keep you. Oh, I don't know. Oh, these tough decisions. Oh my gosh. So hard. I'm gonna keep this one. Guys, I can't even tell you how cute this is. And sometimes I feel like a jerk because I say, oh my god, look how cute. I'm really not trying to be a jerk. I promise. I really think that it came out adorable. And this will go up on my board. And then I'll do another one with 24 gauge, and then you'll see the difference. You're stuck with me, if you want to be. I have to do my daily thing. And sometimes I don't. I remember there was like a week and a half. I'd just been sick for a while. And then I just started to feel even worse because I wasn't doing my thing. All right, so we have to put, because of the way this is, you have to put a jump ring in first. Otherwise, it'll hang like that with this. That's not the front, that's the side. So because the way this little bail thing is, you need to put one jump ring and then another to attach it to the hoop. And then it'll lay the way it's supposed to lay. Now we need another one of these jump rings. And we're going to go right in the middle, 6 and 6. We'll see if we can find the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there. Oh, this can also be hard on my. Why don't you get your nails done? I can't. I craft. Well, that didn't take long. So I'm going to just attach this the wrong way. Like that. I'm just going to give it a little squeeze. But before I do anything, I'm going to examine it so I don't have to go back. That looks good to me, guys. Oh, wow. Let me see how long this took us. 1 hour and 57 minutes. But you know what? For an hour and a half of your time, well, I did the nest prior. And the roots, twisted them all out. But how precious is this? Guys, come on now. You can do that. That would make someone really, really happy. You know what I do? I know I'm a little bit cuckoo. It's the tree of life, okay? And for me, this tree of life will never die because of you. You will share it and learn to love it and be passionate if this becomes your craft. So whenever I go to the hospital, I go to a clinic that has like departments of everything. I always take 2 with me in my purse. And not to sound like an idiot, but I have them there for a reason, because sometimes you just see someone and you just know that they need it. For example, I had to have Mohs surgery on my face because I had cancer from having too much fun in the sun. And it was a sad place because everybody in there, they take you in, they make you cry tears with the needles and freeze it and all that crap. And then they just start cutting away at my face. And then they send you out and check it to make sure that it has no more cancer. I was in the waiting room. And this guy had already been in, because he came out all bandaged. And he was sitting there with the magazine. Okay, it was upside down. He had tears in his eyes. And he had the bandage on the side of his ear. Half of an ear. So they came out and told me that I was cancer-free. We got it all. We don't have to go back in. And that doesn't happen often. I had a wonderful surgeon. And it did change my face up a little bit. Some of my lip is a little crooked, but you can't notice it. Yeah, you can, but not too much. Just those 2 little nostril lines. Anyway, I got dressed and come back out. He had gotten called. And when I came back out, he was there again, which means they had to call him back. And he was sitting there with, I believe, his wife. and they never spoke, but they were obviously together. So I just took out my tree. It was wrapped in tissue paper, and it had a little, you saw when I did the donation thing, with a suction cup. And I had little stickers, and this one just happened to say, Tree of Life lives forever. And I wrote them, had them made, and I just handed it to him. And he didn't know what it was, but the wife took my hand like this. You don't have to say anything. There's no words needed when you give something so heartfelt. Guys, this is my passion. When I go have my staples removed, I've got both. I'm going to bring this with me and see if I can find someone that needs this beautiful tree of life. I keep it real, guys. This is me. I'm not going to edit stuff. And I'm not going to use the damn duct tape on my mouth. If you like it here, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, guys.